Hey there, and welcome to another Musician Reacts. Today I am checking out the band Incoming Days, and the song is Lights Out. But first, a quick disclaimer. I have heard this song, and the reason I'm saying this now is because I thought the record function was on my streaming OBS broadcast software, and I did a whole bunch of reactions, and I went to go to the end and realized I hadn't hit the record button. So rather annoyingly, I had done like 5 or 6 videos worth of material, and all of it's got to be redone again. So I've only heard it once, and what I've actually purposefully done is I've left it 5 days since I first heard it, and I've not listened to it else. So it's only been heard through once, and that way hopefully it will still give me a fairly fresh perspective. Yes, there's going to be some commentary that I've got in the back of my head from when I did it first time, but it's still going to be pretty much a genuine reaction because, as I said, I've only heard it once and it was 5 days ago. So let's go back and check it out again. Let's do it. Incoming Days, and the song is Lights Out. If you like the video, please do subscribe, click bell icon, like and share. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Like Atari drum beats. Very early 2000s new metal crossover into the hardcore area. Like Andrew WK sort of era. Interesting look to the band. Good flow. It's like having a party in rehearsals here. It's the sort of thing like the Insane Clown Posse would do as well around early 2000s. Got a hell of a lot of lyrics. So looking at the age of this group, I would say there's a mix of like late 20s, early 30s, and maybe some guys that are in early 40s in there. Which would mean, yeah, new metal would make sense in some cases. People that grew up in like that were big into the 90s, early 90s, late 90s. See? It's like Limp Bizkit on steroids. It's cool because it just keeps like flowing. You're not having any like weird breakdowns or anything like that. Even this halftime section still has that kind of vibe to keep you moving. It's not telling me anything about what the song's about, apart from maybe getting into fights. Maybe betting on fights, maybe. So it's the singer, I think, is the youngest in the band. I'm thinking the singer wrote the lyrics. That's my guess. The singer wrote the lyrics. I reckon the guitarist, the one without the bandana, wrote the song. That's my vibe. This is what I'm getting from the band. The singer without the bandana wrote the song. The vocalist wrote the lyrics over it, and the vocal flowing. And I've started having a look through the lyrics. Now, there's a lot of swearing in it. And this is where I go back to my original thoughts on it when I did the first reaction to it 5 days ago. Now I'm not as songs that swear a lot. I'm not that bothered about it. I don't find it cool or anything like that. But it doesn't offend me in any way or sensibility. But I don't maybe connect with it. I don't get the anger or of how these songs are meant to kind of be kind of anti-authoritarian. Um, so I guess the target market for this is maybe late teens, 20-year-olds, that kind of 15 to 25-year-old market is what I'm thinking this, because I'm thinking back to 20 years ago when I was listening to Limp Bizkit and stuff like that, and you were talking about hot dog or chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water, and the song where he says like there's 36 fucks in this fucked up rhyme. And at the time, we were all like, kind of like, yeah, and we were listening to like, oh, okay, House of Pain was a little bit before my time with Jump Around and stuff like that, but it was stuff we listened to at the time. So you had that energy, you had that our time of what we felt was rebellious and what we felt was like cool and aggressive and fuck you kind of mentality. Now I listen to something completely different because my tastes have changed, and I hate people that go, oh, my taste in music has matured. It hasn't matured. You've just changed. You've listened to so much music, you've moved with times, and your emotional state dictates very much a lot of what the music you listen to. My musical taste has changed massively to the point where I can go from listening to like real heavy stuff down to listening to I was driving the van around work yesterday and realised after about sort of 20 minutes that I'd had classical radio on and hadn't even noticed. I'd just been humming along, just driving down the motorway, and had some sort of like Bach symphony or something going on in the background. Of course, once I realised it, I did switch channels, and I think I was listening to Magic or something else on there. And then by the evening, I was listening to Planet Rock and going classic rock again. Saying that, I don't listen to classical music all the time, but I don't find it. I don't feel the need to listen to like death metal and feel a way to feel aggressive all the time because I'm not that sort of person. But I can understand why someone would want to listen to this. It had a cool vibe. It was fun. It's actually better listening to it a second time round because I didn't have to try and think about it as much because I'd already had a first glance to have a listen to it, and there were definitely certain things I noticed having a second watch of this that I missed on the first one about the age of the groups and stuff like that. So very interesting there. The video didn't tell us much about an actual story. They did try with this thing with the songs called Lights Out, and I saw lots of fighting and betting, so I figured there was an element around that in the story. It's about fighting, I guess. But thoroughly enjoyable. Now, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave your comments down below, and that, of course, is how the musician reacts.